over the importance of the class rank GPA, 20% and 10%, 10% and 20% of GPA and the class rank for acceptance into a university. Well, automatic acceptance into a university. I have my student here, and we're gonna begin the lesson. So on here I have the screen, and we have a list of universities and colleges in Texas, and the University of Texas at Austin typically requires 7% of for automatic top GPA class rank of 7% to be automatically accepted into the university based on the GPA class rank of 7%. All other universities are 10%, including UNT Dallas, and that's for all public universities in Texas. Um, so we have I have a pre-made list of students' names with their GPAs, and what you will be doing today is you will be placing them in order from highest to lowest, and you can put you will be placing them on the board, so you'll number them 1 to 25, and you'll place them from highest grade GPA to the lowest. And we will also be calculating how to calculate 10% and how to calculate 20% as well. Let's see. So, do you know how to calculate percentages?
You multiply 10 with 20%.
So you calculate the total number. So if, let's say you have a total of 100 students in your class, and you're trying to find 10%, how would you make that calculation with 100 students?
You make it into a decimal.
So you make what into a decimal?
The 100%. The 100.
So you're gonna do the 10%. Okay. So we have 10%. So you're turning 10% into a decimal to multiply it by 100. So you have 100 students graduating, let's say, in this in your class, and you're trying to find 10% of it. So you're gonna multiply 100 times. You said you make it into a decimal. So what are you making 10% into a decimal?
You move it.
Decimal?
Yeah, you move the percentage 2 times and make it into decimal.
Okay, so it'll give you 10%. So 100 times 0.10 is the same as what is it? So if you calculate it, so you'll do 100 students times 10%. So how many students will be on the top 10 percentile?
10.
10. Okay. So this is the list. Go ahead and number them off 1 to 25, and place them in order in which they belong. And I'll hold this up for you so you can have them on here. It's 25 students in your class. This is an imaginary class because we don't have other students, but you will place if you didn't have a classroom, you can place your students 1 to 25, and you will place them based on their grade point average. And then after we're done, we'll calculate who the names of. You'll tell me which names of students are the ones that are in the 10 percentile that would qualify for automatic acceptance into a university. Okay. So we have numbered them from highest to lowest GPA rank. And okay, so you're gonna use your paper here, and we're gonna go ahead and calculate what 10% of 20 students is. So how many students would be on the 10 percentile if we did 25 students, since we have a total of 25 students in the classroom. Okay, so it says 2.5. So 2.5 students, of course, that we can't half a student in half, but so it'll be a total of 2 students that would qualify for the 10 percentile. Okay, so then what about 20%? Can you calculate 20% of 25? Okay, so it's 5 students. So your 10th percentile would be only 2 students would qualify for automatic acceptance, and then your 20% would be 5 students would qualify for automatic acceptance. So can you tell me which 2 students would be qualified for automatic acceptance into university if they were based on 10%?
Diana and William.
Okay, Diana and Wilma would be the 2 students that would be qualified for automatic acceptance to university. What about the 5 students, which is the 20%?
Veta, Elena, Emma, Tiana, and
Okay, so are we sure it's all the way to number 7? So we have Diana, Wilma, Yvette, Emma, Tanya, Florencia. Those are the ones you mentioned. But we have, if we have 20% of the students qualify for a university, wouldn't it be, how many did we say was 20% of 25 students? 5. So it would only be 5, right? So which 5 would be the ones to qualify? Which total of 5? So we're looking from 1 to 5. Which ones are those students?
Diana, William, Veta, Elena, and Emma?
Yes, so those are the 5 students that would qualify for automatic acceptance if it was based on a 20% total. So the University of Texas in Austin has a 7% automatic acceptance. So can you calculate 7% of 25? So if those students in your class, and they would say, okay, so we accept only 7%, how many of those students would qualify?
17.5.
17.5? That's more than 10%. That's more than 7%. Can we do that again? So if we need to write it down, we can write it down. Oh, that came out to a different number. Okay, so we're doing 7%. So what do we say? How do we change the percentage to a decimal?
Move it.
Okay. So how are we gonna put it in? So how are we gonna calculate 7% of 25? So it's 1.75. So that's only 1 student. So if we were based on a 25 student scale to be accepted to University of Texas in Austin, and only 1 student could attend, because all the students can apply, but if we were based on 1 student with automatic acceptance to the University of Texas in Austin, who would be the 1 student that would qualify for automatic acceptance? Diana would be the first student. I mean, the only student that, I'm not the only one, but she would be the student that would qualify for automatic acceptance. Okay, and then what do you know about percentages?
It's a rank that's great of a number.
Okay, so that's good. It's a rate that's part of a number. So we're looking at rates of a number. So did you learn something new that you didn't know about percentages before?
That you can You can move the percentage 2 times to put the decimal.
Okay, so you can change a percent to a decimal, and that's how you can calculate the percentage amount. That's good. Okay, thank you for being my student.